Hello everyone, my name is Aarti and you're watching HW News. Prime Minister Narendra Modi's image on the COVID vaccine certificate has been a matter of debate since the vaccination drive was launched. Many have questioned the logic behind adding the picture of Prime Minister to the certificate. The opposition has been targeting the BJP and the Modi government over this. A man had moved Kerala High Court questioning the same, but Kerala High Court in turn rubbished the plea, saying that merely because of political differences, you cannot challenge this. So let us talk about this in detail, but before that, if you're watching this video on YouTube, please make sure you subscribe to our channel, you like this video and you comment below it. And if you like this video, please give us a super thanks. And if you're watching this video on Facebook, please do like our page and share this video to as many people as possible. Now, a petition was filed in the Kerala High Court challenging the photograph of Prime Minister Narendra Modi fixed on the vaccination certificates by an RTI activist Peter M. Advocate Ajit Joy, appearing for the petitioner, argued that a vaccination certificate was his private space and he has certain rights over it. He argued that since the petitioner had paid for his vaccination, the state has no right to claim the credit by inserting a photograph of the Prime Minister in the certificate issued to him. He also pointed out, according to the guidelines laid down by the Supreme Court for campaigns using public money in Common Cause versus Union of India, no individual can be credited for the launch of an initiative or be celebrated for achievements of a certain policy of the state on government expenses. He argued that this also includes the Prime Minister. The council raised the following contentions. First, no public purpose or utility is served by the PM's photograph on the vaccination certificates. The certificate is the private space of an individual with one's personal details, not a place for public campaigning. The recipient of the certificate is a captive audience to the message and the photograph on his vaccination certificate. The display of such photographs can influence the mind of a voter. Now, the respondents attacked the very maintainability of the petition, alleging that there was no constitutional right violation in the first place, and they also accused the PIL to be a publicity interest litigation with no merits whatsoever. However, despite its discouragement, the court stated that it will go through the pleadings in detail with an open mind and decide if it has any merits before dismissing it. When the matter came up for hearing, Justice P.V. Kunnikrishnan observed that he is our Prime Minister, not the Prime Minister of any other country. He came to power through our mandate. Merely because you have political differences, you cannot challenge this. Why are you ashamed of our Prime Minister? 100 crore people don't seem to have an issue with this, so why do you? Everyone has different political opinions, but he is still our Prime Minister and you are wasting judicial time. This is what the court said. The petitioner then pointed out that the vaccination certificates issued by other countries did not carry the photographs of their respective Prime Ministers. Now to this, the court responded and said, and I quote, "They may not be proud of their Prime Minister, but we are proud of ours. You should be proud that your vaccination certificate carries the photograph of your Prime Minister." The petitioner's counsel replied, whether one should be proud or not is a personal choice. The court also noted that the petitioner was a state-level master coach of the Jawaharlal Nehru Leadership Institute of New Delhi and remarked that you work at an institute named after a Prime Minister. Why don't you ask the university to take that down as well? Now, as I said, despite its discouragement, the court stated that it will go through the pleadings in detail with an open mind and decide if it has any merits before dismissing it. Interestingly enough, the Bombay High Court also is hearing a case seeking removal of Prime Minister Modi's photo and has issued a notice to the union government. The Prime Minister's photograph on the vaccine certificate has also been criticized by his political rivals. A few opposition-ruled states have even replaced his photo with pictures of their own chief ministers. Now, senior Congress party leader Priyanka Gandhi Vadra accused Prime Minister Modi of using vaccines for personal publicity, and Mamata Banerjee, his political rival and the chief minister of West Bengal state, said that he should put his pictures on death certificates as well. She said, and I quote, "Suppose I am not your supporter, I do not like you, but I must carry this. Why? Where is the freedom of people?" She asked this at a press conference. Now, the photograph also caused confusion for Indians travelling abroad. Vice News recently reported that immigration officers who were not familiar with Prime Minister Modi's face had accused some Indian travellers of fraud. Now, this is what the entire debate is, and now here are my two bits on the debate, and this is in no way to disrespect the Honorable Court. What I will say is my opinion as a citizen of the country who has taken 2 doses of the vaccine and has received the certificate with picture of Prime Minister Modi. When I went to get the first dose of the vaccine, I took it from a private hospital and I paid 780 rupees for that. When I took the second dose, I went to a government facility and it was called free vaccine dose. And many government advertisements called it free vaccines as well. But as I had explained in the previous videos, this is not really a free vaccine. People have paid for it. When they paid taxes, direct or indirect, when they pay for high petrol and diesel prices, they pay for vegetables, they pay for anything else, a certain amount of it goes to the government in form of taxes, and that is how government becomes able to vaccinate 1 billion people. The cost is borne by the people of this country, the taxpayers of this country. As a Prime Minister of this country, if PM Modi is credited with every good that happens in the country, doesn't that mean he should also be made accountable for things that do go wrong? If he is credited for people successfully getting vaccine for which they travel to the vaccination center, stand in queue sometimes, in case of a private hospital, they pay for it. The task for which healthcare workers travel far and wide, then what next? You get ration from ration shop, and because you successfully received it because of government effort, will that feature Prime Minister's picture as well? Well, not the ration received, but the UP government had in fact started distributing the free food grain promised under government scheme in a bag containing Prime Minister Modi and CM Yogi's picture. So the question is, where do you draw the line? Is putting Prime Minister's photo on vaccine certificate appropriate? Do let us know what you think about this in the comment box below. For more news and updates, you can log on to www.hwnews.in. Also, a very small announcement before I go. We have launched our website in a new avatar. So please do go to our website, do check it out. We are also adding some interesting articles and write-ups by columnists. Please do read it and do check out our new website. Thank you so much.